Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be showing you how to make this beautiful designer stew. This is one of my most popular recipes and it is absolutely beautiful. So if you'd like to know how I made it, then please keep watching. But before then, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. So for full disclosure, this aren't the meat I will be using for this recipe. I had pre-cooked meat in my freezer and that was what I used. But just for illustration purposes, I will be using an old clip. I pretty much cook my meat the same way anyway. So here I've got some goat meat, beef, shaki, that's tripe. I cook almost separately, so you will be seeing that later. To season, I will be using some blended onions, bouillon cubes, curry powder, salt, and some fresh thyme. I won't be adding water at this time. I'm just going to stir thoroughly and then cover and leave to simmer for about 20 minutes. This is because I need the meat to sweat out the raw moisture, and I also need the seasonings as well to penetrate deep into the meat because this makes it more flavorful. So like I said, I will cover and then leave this to simmer for 20 minutes. So it's been 20 minutes and this is what my meats look like. As you can see, they have started to cook at this time. Now I should mention here that you can use pretty much any kind of meat that you prefer. Anything works. You can use chicken, you can use even fish, whatever works. The most important thing is the peppers. So I will be adding enough water to cover and then leave to cook until soft. So after boiling the meat, it's left to you what you want to do with it. You can fry, you can grill, you can air fry, whatever you want to do really. I grilled mine because when I'm cooking with a lot of palm oil, I prefer to just grill, just so I can cut down on the amount of oil I use. So I will be setting this aside for later. Now onto the peppers. As you can see, I've got a mix of several peppers. I've got orange, red, green, and yellow bell peppers. I've also got some chili peppers, that's shumbo, and also some onions. I also have some Scotch bonnet peppers, but I forgot to include them, but I did add them to the blend, so that's fine. Yeah, I also have some paprika peppers, that's the long peppers. The combination of these peppers work perfectly together to produce a mix of ayamashi and ofada flavors and aroma in one. Honestly, the green peppers, gives you the ayamashi flavor, while the red is the ofada. The yellow and the orange peppers add a bit of sweetness to it, and the green chilies as well also work as well for for that heat and that distinct green chili aroma. I really don't know how to explain this honestly, but it just works perfectly together. So try to get as much of these peppers as you can. To chop my peppers, I've got my food processor here, and my vegetables have been washed. As you can see, they are really clean. I just use water. I know some people like to use vinegar and all of that, but no, just use a lot of water. So I will be chopping the peppers and dumping in my food processor. This will be chopped roughly. I won't be doing a full blend. If you want to do a full blend, I don't think it's going to work so well for this recipe because you need that texture as well. So I will be blending this roughly. I'll be doing this in 2 batches because my food processor isn't big enough to accommodate all of the peppers I will be using. So I am chopping this now, and this is what it looks like after chopping. So this is the perfect texture you need for this recipe to work, and yeah, that's done. And I will be doing the next one off camera. Now this next step is very important. You can't skip it at all. And we're going to drain as much moisture from the peppers as we can. So I've got a bowl here and I've just covered it with some cheesecloth. You can also use a sieve or wire mesh, whichever one works. But I love to use a cheesecloth because it's, it's just faster anyway. So I will be dumping my peppers into here and I'm going to squeeze as much water from it as I can. As you can see, we're left with quite a lot of liquid, and this is a no-no. If we were making regular stew, we wouldn't need this, to give our stews that fluid consistency. But with atadidin, you need the texture to be a bit rough, and this isn't going to work. Otherwise, you're just going to end up frying for hours. So this is the perfect texture for it. As you can see, we literally don't even have any more liquid in it. And this is fine for me. I will be setting this aside for use later. For this recipe, we will be using bleached palm oil. You can use unbleached if you want, but you're not going to get the same aroma or taste from it at all. But it's up to you if you want to use that. When I'm bleaching palm oil, I try not to use my favorite pot. I try to use one that I don't really care about, because it tends to stain your pot. So this works for me anyway. Now, the safest way to bleach palm oil is to just do it on low heat. So I've poured my palm oil into the pot, and I'm going to use this lid. Now, this lid is not vented. It means it hasn't got any holes at all in it. This is what works if you're going to be doing it in the house and you want it to be safe. So I'm just going to show you what a vented lid looks like, in case you're wondering. This is what a vented lid looks like. As you can see, it's got the holes. This is where the fumes or the smoke is going to escape from if you use this sort of lid. So you need all of the smoke and the fumes, to be trapped inside of the pot, no escaping. Otherwise, you're just going to choke, or you're just going to end up inhaling too much fumes. So I've covered my pan, and I will be bleaching this for 20 minutes on low heat. Please do not open the pan throughout the bleaching process. Even after the 20 minutes, give it another 10 minutes before opening. By this time, all of the smoke and fumes would have evaporated back into the pot, so it will be safe to open. And by the time you open it, there won't be fumes or anything at all. So it's been 20 minutes, and this is what my palm oil looks like. The perfect color that I need is like a brandy color. So I will be transferring this into the pot I will be using for the recipe. So my palm oil is on medium heat, and to this I will be transferring my chopped onions. Now, for this recipe to work, you need quite a lot of onions, because that's going to sweeten it and just release all of that sweetness into it. Oh my god, it's going to be so yummy. Anyway, I'm going to fry this for about 2 to 3 minutes, or until fragrant. And after 2 to 3 minutes, I will go in with my locust beans and fry this again for another 2 minutes. We need the locust beans, to release that special Iru flavor. Oh, I'm telling you that this recipe, yeah. Anyways, let's continue. So after frying this for about 3 minutes, I will go in with my crayfish powder. Now, after adding the crayfish powder, I'm only going to fry for about 30 seconds. Please don't fry for more than 30 seconds, otherwise the crayfish will burn and ruin the taste of your stew. I know I said this a lot, and people beginning to sound like a broken record. Anyway, after that, I will go in with the chopped peppers and stir to combine. After combining thoroughly, I will go in with my bouillon cubes and salt. You don't need curry or thyme or any other seasoning for this recipe to work. Trust me, you don't need any of those at all. Just the peppers and the bleached palm oil will work their own wonders. That's all you need to make it work. So I will stir to combine thoroughly. And this is where I'm going to annoy you. I will be adding my boiled eggs from now. Yes. See, it's my egg. I can fry, I can boil for as long as I want. See, this is sort of like a buka stew. We need the eggs to soak the stew. Anyway, I'm going to combine again and then cover and leave to fry for about 30 to 35 minutes on low to medium heat. So it's been 35 minutes and this is what the stew looks like. Absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? This is one of the most popular recipes on my food blog. I think I blogged in 2016. It's called Sissy Jemima's Designer Stew. It is so popular. It is absolutely lush. Anyways, at this time, I will be adding my meats into here. At this time, it's up to you if you want to add anything else. You can use some smoked fish, you can use stockfish, you can use pretty much anything you like, but I like to keep this recipe very, very simple. I just love to do, to use meats, crayfish and eggs, and that's fine for me. So I will combine this thoroughly, cover, and then leave to simmer for about 5 to 6 minutes. So it's been 6 minutes and this is what my recipe looks like. Absolutely beautiful and divinely tasty, I tell you. I know I've been raving about it since the beginning of the video, but you need to try it to understand exactly where I'm coming from. It is super, super amazing. Anyway, if you do try it, please let me know how you get on and leave me a comment in the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also please give me a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.